Elegy. In this video, we'll dive into the brief detail on elegy and its different types and even some examples to tie it all together. An elegy is a poem that expresses a serious reflection of an element for a dead. That means, elegy is a song or a poem which expresses a sorrow or a lamentation, especially for one who is dead. This form of poetry gives a voice to one's deepest thoughts and feelings about life, death, and everything in between. Moving on to the origin of elegy, in the early 16th century, originally in Greek and Roman poetries, an elegy was a poem written in elegiac couplets. So, elegiac couplets is a poetic form consists of a pair of lines. So in these two lines, the first line was written in a dactylic hexameter and the other in a dactylic pentameter. And this form was used by Greek and Roman poets, particularly Catullus, Propertius, Tibullus and Ovid, and it also reflected about a love loss or a tribute to someone who has passed away or dead. Further, let's know about the characteristics of elegy. Basically, elegy have few characteristics such as emotion, reflection, and respect. Emotion. Elegies often expresses deep emotions, whether it's sadness, loss, or contemplation. Reflection. An elegy isn't just about expressing a sadness. It's about reflecting on the meanings of a life, death, or a loss. Respect. Elegies usually pay respect or a homage to someone who has passed away. Besides this, we come across different types of elegies which shows the versatility of this poetic form. There are three types of elegies. There are personal elegy, impersonal or a public elegy, and at last is a pastoral elegy. Personal elegy, as the name suggests, is deeply personal. It's a poetic expression of grief for someone close to the poet. So, if you're reading a poem mourning the loss of a friend, family member, or even the loved ones, it's likely a personal elegy. The best example would be Alfred Lord Tennyson's In Memoriam. So, it's an elegy written for his close friend Arthur Hallam. On the other hand, a impersonal elegy is a lament for a public figure or a collective loss. If a poem is mourning a national hero, a leader, or a tragic event that affected a community or a nation, you're probably looking at a public elegy or a impersonal elegy. The best example would be of W.H. Auden's In Memory of W.B. Yeats. So here the poem is a tribute to W.B. Yeats and explore the enduring power of his poetry. Lastly, we have the pastoral elegy, a unique form that uses elements of a nature as metaphors for a loss and mourning. This form often includes a shepherds or other rustic figures. Rustics means a rural people to symbolize a innocence and a peacefulness. The best example is of John Milton's Lycidas, is a famous example of a pastoral elegy, and the elegy written in a country churchyard by Thomas Gray is also a famous example for the pastoral elegy. Hope it was helpful. Thank you so much.